What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have the top 10 Rocket League slang terms. This is going to be in alphabetical order, and I hope you new players learned something. Leave a like if you did, and probably comment down below any other terms if I want to make a part 2. So the first term we have here is banger. This is can be used in normal soccer. It's just where you hit the ball really hard, as you can see. It usually goes pretty high. Yeah, you usually want to hit it as a tip, right after it hits the ground. You can see if you hit it like before, it's harder to hit it as far. See that one barely hit the height of the goal, whereas this one goes way above it just as a tip. But yeah, that's all it is. Where you hit the ball pretty hard and it goes way across the field. Number 2 in alphabetical order is boosted. This one is hard to just have a visual for, because what it means is the player, if you're boosted, it's the same as being carried. It means that you're at a higher rank because you're playing with someone who is a higher rank than you, and they got you up to this high rank. So it's not good to be boosted, or for someone to call you boosted. That's all it means. Sorry I didn't have a visual, but hope you can see why. Next, we have number 3 is dunk. So this is when you dunk a player. Right here you can see is they hit it, usually up, and I'm above them, so I'm able to get the last touch on the ball and it'll go my direction. Another example, and I'm above them. It's kind of like a 50 kind of dunk, but yeah, you can see very effective to get in that right position so that you can dunk them. They're trying to clear it, but I'm in that position and it'll end up going in my direction and result in a goal. So next up, number 4 is fake. This is where you pretend to hit the ball, but you don't actually hit it, and it keeps on rolling or whatever, and the opponent guesses where they're gonna hit it, and they go by. You can see right here as my teammate does that to get an angle where he wasn't there. Good fake, and obviously turned into a mostly open goal. You can see he totally thought he was going to move it inward earlier there, but instead he got the better angle by waiting. So moving on, number 5 is flick. This is probably the broadest category or term we have here. And it's basically where you're dribbling it, as you can see, and then you jump and do some sort of flip to move the ball. So here you just see a normal front flip flick. Next, looks like this is just a diagonal front flip flick. And then here's a 90-degree flick as well, where you can see you're just turning the left 90 degrees and back flipping. Looks like a musty flick. These all just different types of flicks, so you get an idea. Next, this one's a classy flick, and I'll show you a replay of this one. It's kind of hard to tell, but see this one, you do something in the air before you're back flipping for this one, and it goes really high and really throws off the opponent. And then last flick I have to show you here is the change-up flick, which I did create myself. Obviously, it doesn't look like much there. I'm still mastering it. We'll come out with a tutorial soon, but yeah, that's a flick. And moving on is pinch. So this is where you squeeze the ball against the wall or a player, and it will shoot off. So this, as you can see here, doing that on purpose against a wall is called a coxer pinch. And you can see I'm just squeezing against the wall to do this coxer pinch, and it'll go into the goal. That's why it's so useful. But yeah, you can also pinch off a kickoff. It might pinch to the wall, a different direction, off a player. But yeah, that's all pinch is. Moving on to number 7, we have rotate. This is what you do when you're playing. We are basically always doing it, and it's just letting players get equal chance of hitting the ball. And you can see here in the screen playing, I hit the ball, go for it again. Then I gotta rotate back. Of course, I get demoed, but rotating back lets my teammate go for the ball. Now, even though I got demoed, I'm basically rotated back, and I can go for the ball again because I can tell that my teammate is low boost, and then that's all rotating is. Hard to explain, but yeah, hopefully you get the idea. It's just letting players get equal chance of hitting the ball, and then while they're not hitting the ball, they can get boost and get good position on defense. Number 8. So here we have snipe. This is a shot. You can snipe the shot, snipe bottom or right or left corner. Usually what you're gonna do. And it's a very precise shot, and just so go in, get right by the defender. So here you can see I kind of fake it, and then I shoot behind the defender into the bottom right corner. It might not, and it's hard for him to go backwards because he has momentum. You can see I kind of fake it again, and I can see that opening, so I snipe the corner and it goes in. So that's all sniping is, and it's not exactly like a skill that's useful to learn. It's just what you might do sometimes, and pretty effective. Number 9 is top bins. This is basically the same as saying top corner, just so you know. So we have some examples of me getting pretty close to top corner or hitting the top. And yeah, that's all it is. Basically just means top corner. You can also snipe top corner in addition, even though snipe, like I said, would mostly be on the ground. But yeah, top bins, basically you can just means like top corner. There you go. And finally we have number 10 as 50-50. You might also just say 50 for short. But this is basically just when two players hit the ball at the same time, and see who wins 50 is whichever direction the ball goes. These are just kickoffs, which is all usually 50-50 is going to be, and it pitches out, goes really high. But it also just might stop in front of both players, and then it results in kind of like a double 50. But yeah, that's all it is. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Comment down below what you would like to be in a part 2, if you would like to see one. And like and subscribe as well. Really appreciate it. And yeah, see you next time.